Hey y'all, this is Jemmy with the 21st episode of Curve the Cube. Curve the Cube is an arts and entertainment media podcast out of South Florida. It's brought to you by Flintstone Media, and what's awesome about Curve the Cube is it's aimed at inspiring you to pursue your passion. So if you're ever like feeling, I'm kind of in a rut, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, listen to the podcast and get inspired. Whether it's something you want to do on the side or full-time, whatever it is, you gotta feed your passion. So that's what this podcast is all about promoting. And on this episode, which I recorded this morning, we have two really, really awesome girls, Estelle Deshocka and Dejane Barrett. They're two girls from the Palm Beach Broadcasting Street Team. And they're so much fun, and they have really cool jobs. And what they do is they're the ones who go out and they basically help set up the events. So if you hear of anything advertised on the Palm Beach Broadcasting radio stations, which are WRMF, X1023, WIRK, and 1079, and you go out to just think things off the top of my head, like Our Kids World, or these big concerts that they do, and just all these other weekly events, different bars and locations, and they're the ones who set up the tents and sign up, all of the fans for contests, and they're the ones who keep the crowd going and entertained. And they also help out with with the celebrities, so they get to meet a bunch of celebrities like backstage and stuff. So they have really, really cool jobs. And on this podcast you find out how they got their foot in the door and where they see all of this fun stuff taking them. And Estelle's even dipping her toes into some photography and some very, very interesting ways, which you'll hear her talk about. And you can find them both on Twitter and Instagram. And Estelle is at Estelle Deshocka on Twitter. It's ESTELLEDESHOCKA at Twitter. And on Instagram, she's just Deshocka, DESHOCKA. She's also Deshocka Photography. I would highly recommend you check that out too. She's really, really talented. And Dejane is at Dejane_vu. So it's DEJANE_vu on both Twitter and Instagram. So it's really, really fun. We have a really, really good time. I still can't believe some of the stuff we talk about. It's really funny. But you're going to have a good time enjoying this podcast. So listen to it. Be inspired, sit back and relax. 21st episode, Curve the Cube, brought to you by moi, Jemmy at Flintstone Media. Enjoy! Curve the Cube will now initiate. Hi!
Pulling in, I think.
Okay.
But I saw that this has its own room, so I'm like, hey, this would be perfect.
Perfect! I just don't know what else was in.
Yeah. Well, everybody's been kind of looking at me like I'm selling drugs.
Are you selling drugs? Or doing consultations?
I don't know.
Or interviews? Maybe you're a university recruiter or something.
Maybe,
or the military recruiter.
I don't know. I don't think in this outfit. I don't think they'd be thinking that.
You say that like you're dressed like a trollop.
I know. But, it happens.
That's how you do?
I am tired.
Yeah?
I got a new job with being a photographer for a strip club.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
I am
Rewind.
I got a job with Spearmint Rhinos.
No kidding.
Yeah, I shoot photos for them. So it's...
That is awesome. When did you... When did you get that job? Let's start with the when.
A few weeks ago, like a month ago.
I can't believe you didn't tell me yet.
Well, I thought I told you last week when I saw you.
No, not about that.
Oh, no. Okay, well,
I would remember that.
Well,
despite how many drinks I've had, I would remember that.
Well, she looks so cute.
Separate room. Okay, I felt like we're in the VIP area.
VIP.
Or we're selling drugs. I don't know.
Or we're selling drugs. This one.
But
she was right. You're a gangster, Crystal.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a whole other story.
Wait, what?
I'm gangster apparently because I date black men.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, so Thursday night I had to work a shift for the station, and then I had to go work with them. But I was out till 4 a.m. and I only ended up sleeping yesterday 3 hours. And then last night when I got home, I tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep, so I ended up not going to bed till 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm so
She's telling me about how she
works for Crystal. Mine do not climb in the pole.
Oh, she's still.
Yeah, it's a short course to get from one to the other, though.
That's what everybody keeps telling me, and I'm like, I don't have enough confidence in myself to take my clothes off on stage.
Let alone be strong enough to fucking climb
Go up
up
the pole. Exactly.
I've actually taken a stripper pole class.
I actually want to.
Wow, it is hard.
I want to do that.
Can I tell you? I've actually taken a couple, and one of the first time I tried to do like this, like she shows you how to like kind of jump onto the pole and like twirl around, and you have to like the trick is to hook your foot. So you're really putting your weight on your foot that's like circled around the pole. But when you do it, you have to do it just right, otherwise nothing but your thigh impacts with the pole. I had like the biggest shiner on my thigh. It hurts.
Oh no, the girls are always telling me like it's hard because plus you hear like the rubbing on there.
Oh.
But it's weird because like I've been there.
Can you imagine? I'm sorry, but you gotta have like disinfectant wet wipes before you even start.
Oh, they always
before
they're
you start your
wiping
twirl
it down
on the pole.
because I got the job because I know one of my good friends is a stripper there, so she's the one that got me the job.
Yeah.
And so she's constantly like I've been in the back room where all the girls, a bunch of the girls are constantly cleaning themselves. Like there's like
I've never been there. I can't believe I've never been there. But wait, so how did you?
You never went to a strip club?
Okay.
Whoa.
Did you just meet me? Okay, I've been to many a strip club and have some really. I'll show you a couple stories, but I really want to find out how the heck did you like. So your friend got you the job?
Yeah, my friend Brianna, she works there, and she, I guess they were doing like this big event for some convention thing called the Great Smoke. It's like some cigar, like I don't know. It's kind of like a sunfest for cigars. Like they have bands there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and they wanted to have a photographer like take pictures of the girls while they're walking around handing out stuff and kind of
cigars seductively to their lips.
Yeah.
Take a picture of this, Estelle.
Yes. It's funny because a lot of girls like they don't like their picture taken, so I think it's very weird. But so I
guess there's a diff. Like I guess when you go to work at a strip club, if you can do it right, maybe you can maintain some anonymity. If you can do it right, like maybe you don't work in your town or something like that.
But see, a lot of them have to post a lot of stuff online in order to like promote the fact they get people in there. Yeah, which I find very strange. Because because I'm also shooting photos for their flyers, which after working that event, that's what got me the job. And like I shoot pictures for their flyers, and now I'm shooting these photos for these girls. Like it's very hard. Like they're so unconfident in themselves.
Well, it's funny because when you were saying that you're not confident enough to be on a pole, I was thinking probably half of those girls aren't either.
No, they're not. And like they're not uncomfortable in front of the camera. It's sad, which I don't get it because like I mean I am a very confident person in myself, but I'm not gonna like I.
No, you are.
I couldn't like I don't know. I just could not go on a stage and just take my clothes off in front of random people. Yeah. Like, in front of my boyfriend or my husband or whatever. Like
it would always be in my head like someone's in the crowd that I know. No. That would be horrifying. So I was gonna say that it was last two Valentine's days ago, and crap, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for sharing this story, but it was 2 Valentine's days ago, and I was hanging out with a bunch of friends. We were at my friend Jesse's house, and a bunch of his friends were coming over. It turns out one of those guys, it was his birthday the following day. So I'm like, well, if you guys are coming over, let's just go out. So we decided to go to a strip club. And on the way there, so we took 2 different cars. Yeah, we took 2 separate cars because there were so many of us, and I'm driving with all these people I've never met. So I'm like, trying to make conversation. I'm like, have you ever, run into someone you didn't want to meet in a strip club? Da da da. So we get there, and I'm having the best time ever. Like, motorboating left and right, up on the stage, throwing up the bills, like having the best time ever. And so at the end of the night, I realized I was so into having fun that I never checked out the joint. So I'm like, all right, before we leave, let me just walk around. And let's just say I can't fully call this person out, but let's just say I walked around the corner and it was a very close family member sitting right there at the bar, and we looked at each other and we had this moment where, without saying anything, it was like, Is this weird for you? No? Okay. Is this weird for you? Okay! Let's have fun! So strip clubs can have some really fun.
I have a lot of, like, even back when I was younger, I used to go to strip club all the time. Like, I'll
have you ever, oh, you're underage, aren't you?
But I've been to a strip
Oh!
Oh!
So I want to do a quick intro on the podcast, because I haven't introed you guys yet, because I just kind of got into it. But this is Estelle and Dejane who are with 97.9 Palm Beach Broadcasting, because you do... Are you guys assigned to a particular station? Do you do street team stuff? So they're part of the street team, and you guys are out at all the events and everything, having an awesome time. Yeah. Y'all are my boos, and we've met through different things, and I just love y'all. So I wanted to make sure I introduced you. So I want to hear your strip club story, Dejane.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
Well, when I first went in there, I was like, okay, I was kind of like skeptical, because I was like, I'm about to see everybody like butt ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see vagina like busting it wide.
Right in your face.
Yeah, so I was kind of scared. But then, like, because in Maryland, you're not allowed to, like...
Oh, that's where you're from?
Yeah, they have to cover up the cooch, and they have to have, like, a bra on.
No kidding.
Yeah,
you can't even have...
at least a tassel.
Not even like full topless?
No, unless you probably do the booth type stuff. But, like, other than that, like, singer, yeah. So
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that... What does that say about us? That we are like, oh, we didn't know that existed.
Yeah, so like that's why I was like, I could never be a stripper. Like you have to get butt ass naked. Like that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like some of the girls that work at the club, like half of them don't even get on the pole or get like fully naked. Like they just like sit there, like walk around the pole, just kind of like
look cute.
Look cute. And I'm like, how
you're boring.
Yeah, well, not only that, like, how are you making money? But then, like, one of the girls told me, she's like, oh, that's because I don't really like the attention. So what I do is that I just work the pole, and I eye all the guys in there, and I always look for the weird older men that dress funny, because those are always the one with the money.
Ready to give out some bills for that personal attention.
Yeah, or the killer.
Oh, the killer. That's true, right? Just don't go in dark corners with them by yourself.
In retrospect, though, that's a very smart move.
It is very smart.
So...
Because you're not having to put yourself on display as much for as many people, but you still make the goods.
Yeah.
That is very smart.
And the guy probably take more interest in that anyways.
Yeah, probably.
But I feel like that also leads a man on.
Well, that's the whole essence of a strip club. I mean, it's funny because strip clubs actually, I'm remembering all these strip club stories. They actually ruined a fast food restaurant for me, because I was sitting there. I was actually the first. Maybe one of the first ones I'd gone to that was fully naked. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there with some friends, and it was a totally low budget place. And this girl was walking on the stage, and my friend just turns to me, she goes, wow, that looks like roast beef. And I can't eat Arby's now. I can't do it. I can't eat like a roast beef sandwich. That's all I think about. I can't do it.
That is horrible.
Very much so.
Ruined beef for life.
Ew.
So anyways, talking about gross stuff, let's move on to some nicer things. Yeah, so how did you guys get started with at the Palm Beach Broadcasting? Like, how did y'all get your foot in the door? How did that happen?
You go first. I started first.
Okay. Well, okay, that works. Well, I went to Miami Media School, and it was fun as hell. And that at first I didn't like Florida at all. I came from Maryland, so I was like, this was like, it was awesome. And people in Miami are really fun. They're really
kind of have that reputation, I've heard.
Yes, they really are. They're really fun.
Really?
They're better,
I would have never known.
They're better than the girls in West Palm, that's for sure.
Present company excluded.
Well, you know, I love you too, but you know. Just saying.
Well then.
When did you move to Miami?
Well, I never lived in Miami.
Oh, okay.
That was the first school I heard about, and I know there's CSB, Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I didn't really know much about that, so I just like jumped on Miami Media School. Yeah. Not knowing that there was something closer to me. So I was driving like an hour. I think it was 3 days out of the week, so that's. It was
what
painful.
were you studying?
I know the struggle.
It was painful, yeah.
I had to drive down to FAU, Fort Lauderdale, Davie, and Boca, so I know the struggle.
Yes. Well, since it's a vocational school.
And now you guys are on the street team, so you drive around all the time.
Yes. Well, I don't. I usually take the passenger side. Unless I'm working an event. That's fine. That's fine.
Where are you guys working tonight?
Harborside.
Nice. Okay, so you'll be out there together, both of y'all?
Yes.
Yep. Nice. Awesome.
It's always fun when
we're like the dream team.
Her boobs are always in the way, though, but
that's not a problem.
That's because you guys have something to relate to.
No idea what you're talking about.
I won't mention any names, but there's some talents that keep mentioning, like, oh, sorry.
Not her.
They knock things over.
Like, they're kind of in the way.
People like if they brush up against me, say, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." I'm like, seriously,
I think
they are where they are.
She's so unbothered. I'm like, what the hell?
They are where they are.
They're just where they are. I'm like, they're in the way. I can't do anything about it. Like, I'm sorry.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Anyways,
so you were studying. What were you studying?
Well, what they gave me, since it's a vocational school, it's like diploma of broadcasting. So I definitely need to go back to school though.
Okay.
But it got me into the door because after I think I did 5 months of interning at Palm Beach Broadcasting, and then after that I was hired.
And how old are you? If I can ask.
19.
I thought so.
Baby.
I am a baby.
Yeah.
20 in September, baby.
September what?
2nd.
I'm the 10th.
Oh, we're both second.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't talking to you.
Rude. Unfortunately, people cannot see my face.
I love you, or feel the neon glow from the lasers in her pupils.
That was a good one.
It's staring me down. So how did you get started over there?
I went to school at FAU. I studied multimedia journalism and with a minor in sociology. And when I was after I graduated, I was looking online for jobs, and I saw that there was an on-air talent posting for I think it was RMF it was on.
Okay.
So I applied to it, and Steve Richards, who's no longer our PD there.
I remember him.
He called me, and we did a phone interview. We sat and talked for a little bit, and he told me that, since I just graduated high school and get my foot in the door, it's always better to start off with promotions. So he handed my resume over to our boss now, Beth, who is absolutely fabulous.
She's awesome.
And I got my job.
Big butt too.
You want to sing a theme?
It is. It's like a theme at the station. Every got big titties, big butt. But so I got my foot in the door from taking a chance and applying for an on-air talent.
Yeah. That's great. So when you guys were starting off, well, how long has each of you been there?
They're about the same.
I've
about a year.
Yeah, I've been a year March. So.
Okay. When you were getting into the job, what did you think it was going to be? What did you imagine? Like, getting dressed for that first day, what did you think you're going to walk into?
I was ready. Like, I wasn't really worried because, like, I was like, okay, well, I work at Foot Locker. I have to talk to random people all day. So, I guess it's the same thing. Except for I'm not selling anything, so that's great.
You don't have to talk about feet.
Well, technically, you're selling the station, but it's in a different way.
That's true. Yeah.
And they want free stuff, so they're being nice to me. So
that's true.
That works.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, working in customer service, I get rude people all the time.
Oh, God.
At Winn-Dixie, so...
I've worked at Michael's in customer service, 3 different Michaels, so I hear ya.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is much easier dealing with it, because even though they get pissed off because they can't have a prize, it's not as bad as, like, I had one customer call me a dumb fucking biatch, because I didn't know what a salt biscuit was.
And I don't, so now you have to explain to the rest of the class.
Well, apparently, like, I kept asking, like, what the hell? She's like, what do you mean you don't know what a salt biscuit, you dumb bitch? I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
There's no need for name calling. Just explain to me what it is.
And she was calling up as a contestant winner?
No, this was at Winn-Dixie.
Oh, this is at Winn-Dixie?
Yeah,
okay, I was trying to understand how it played into the radio. Okay, now I get it. Winn-Dixie. Okay. I was like,
they like us.
They like us, yeah, usually.
All right, I'm caught up now. I'm caught up.
Except when I give them a dirty look, they leave their stupid drink empty cup on my table.
Exactly.
But anyway. So, like, I asked her, I'm like, okay, can you explain to me, like, the texture of it? Maybe I can figure out what it is. She's like, well, you feed it to dogs and humans. I'm like, okay, well, that's just about everything.
He says so. I'm like, what the hell?
So, like, after, like, a few more minutes of going back and forth and her cussing at me, I'm like, okay, well, you can go walk around and go find it. Because I don't know what you're looking for. And I'm trying to call a manager. You don't want to talk to my manager. So, she walks around, and I guess she got one of the boys in the stock crew to help her find it. Ended up being Quaker's Oak rice cake.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me for not knowing what a salt biscuit is. When you said Quaker Oak rice cake.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Let me guess, she was older.
Yeah, she was an old lady. She was a nasty old lady that worked there. But, like, she just came back up to the desk and just, like, threw it on. By the way, this is what a salt biscuit is. And I'm like,
wow.
okay, man.
Thanks for my lesson of the day.
lucky.
in how crappy you are.
Like, you are lucky I am in this uniform behind this counter right now.
Oh my gosh.
So
Have you ever had to deal with anything anywhere near that level at Palm Beach?
No,
No
I
idea.
actually haven't had to deal with mean people. I've dealt with a lot of drunk people.
I'm
And
sure.
touchy-feely guys that
baby.
look like they want to kiss me on the mouth. Like,
Oh, that happened.
invading my space.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it like? What's it like for you? You know, being underage and being in all these environments where people are drinking and like getting.
Oh, I tell
like,
them they don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a baby. I'm 19. Oh, but you're of age. Like,
Ew.
according to law, like, yeah,
Ew.
like you're older than my daddy.
Ew, gross.
It is nasty. It's
Gross.
really gross. But it doesn't really bother me anymore. Like I'm
Okay.
like so.
So you've gotten used to it?
I mean, I've always been like, even at Foot Locker, it was like that for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
But what do you guys do on a daily basis? Like, what is your job really? What is it about?
Promoting the station.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And how do you do that?
So we go to our events, we set up everything, make everything look perfect, and we just get people to come to the tent, sign up for stuff. We talk how great the station is, play games with people,
Mm-hmm.
just make the station look like a happy place, which it is.
It is.
Where's
It's a
the-
family?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty much a family. Even with all the street team, we all we fight like a family.
Yeah, we
And
really do.
We all get annoyed with each other like a family because we
Yeah.
spend hours.
How
together.
many of you guys are there?
Oh, there has to be like 10 of us.
Really? That many?
Yeah.
Some we don't see as much, but
Mhm.
you know.
Because all of us have separate other jobs than just this, because it's a part-time job.
I didn't realize that.
So like all of our events, most of the time are at night.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing something in the day.
Do you spend much time at the actual studio station?
Not really.
I do.
I don't.
I work in the office a lot of days, so I don't get to actually be in the studio, but I'm around the office.
When I was interning, I had the time to do so.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
What did you do when you were an intern?
Well, the same thing, but I like had more time on my hands because I was in school, and then the PD that was there, like he was cool. Everything was cool, so they allowed for us to. When I began, like I was allowed to be in the studios.
That's because you were interning. Then.
Yeah, because they actually wanted me to see. Because like our school is vocational, so everything was hands on. So I already know like how the equipment works. So they kind of had me in there. They were okay with it. They know what the school entailed. So
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
It was fun.
What are some of the crazier places you guys have, crazier, more fun, or whatever cool places you guys have
New
been
Year's
able to
was
work
really
through?
fun.
Yeah, New Year's is
That was at Harborside, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like looking for somebody to kiss. I was upset. Like, I was complaining the whole entire time.
What, Chris Rock didn't go with you? So for everybody who doesn't know, there is a limo dude in Florida who looks a lot like Chris Rock.
Exactly like
I
Chris Rock.
mean, spitting
not-
as an image.
Yes.
And you guys went on a date.
We did.
And didn't you say she was calling you something because you date black guys? What was she calling you?
Oh no, gangster.
me.
Gangster.
But that wasn't her. Crystal.
It was Crystal.
I was about to start singing the song. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
You ain't shaggy, girl.
But it is a nice little perk that not to date black. I mean, like,
Whoa,
I mean, like
that.
you know, being out and meeting people is what I
Sounds like
meant.
Iggy right now.
I'm like, wait, that sounded not how I wanted it to sound. I mean, it's a privilege dating everybody. But I mean, like, no, but
it's,
I mean, like,
Yes,
it's cool because
exactly.
you guys are out and about. You're meeting a whole bunch of people. Like, so how? Like, you've met clearly you have to be in crowds. You have to be comfortable. But you guys have met all kinds of cool people. Like, who are some of the in the studio or out at an event? What are some of the fun things that you guys have?
Like No Snowball was
Run
really,
into.
really fun.
That was fun.
It's a concert. They had Gavin DeGraw, who's those other?
Nico, and then
Yeah.
Christina's
Oh,
Harry,
yeah.
American Authors, and Matt something. I forgot his last name.
Me too. Matt.
Oh,
I don't want to butcher it. We're sorry.
We're sorry.
That dude.
Yeah, but we like meet so many different. We do so many events with so many different artists. Like
exactly.
it's hard to keep track of everybody you met.
Oh, that's right. I took a picture with you with Lifehouse, right?
Yeah,
You
like-
post together for like have you met anyone that you were like, wow, that was really, really awesome?
Gavin
Like,
DeGraw.
Gavin DeGraw was
He's
so
amazing.
dope.
Really?
So was
Yes.
Nico and Bench were pretty dope.
I didn't
too.
get to meet them,
Oh.
but I got to clean up their place.
Well, Well,
I'm not really happy about that. My eyes rolled like several times.
That is gangsta.
I didn't like that. I don't like cleaning my own plates at home. I'm like,
but Gavin DeGraw was cool.
Yeah, he purposely went out of his way to remember everybody that worked for the station's name.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Really
he purposely remembered everybody's name. Like since I'm a photographer, I always get to do the meet and greet photos for everybody.
Yeah.
And he purposely, like, when he came up, he purposely introduced himself to him. He asked my name. He asked me what I do and this and that. And then after all said and done, we always take a staff photo. And he's like, no, Estelle gets to take her own because she's been taking everybody's photos, so she gets to take her own. So we sat and took, like,
way.
he's really good.
That is so thoughtful.
But then we took, like, we kept doing prom photos. So, like, I have almost, like, a line of prom
hands
photos.
on his lapel or whatever it is.
And then, like, he's had his arm wrapped around me, so it's like... But the really cool part is, like, when we're all...
Awkward head tilts.
He was so humble. He was inauthentic. Like, I swear to you. Like, he, like, taps me on my back. Like, he's like this. He's like, who styled you? I was like, no, he did not. He's like, ultimate compliment ever. I styled myself. I'm like, he did not.
That's awesome.
But, like, it's actually funny because we, like, for big events like that, we always take, like, a huge staff photo on stage.
Yeah.
And in the photo, it's so weird. If you look closely, you'll see Gavin DeGraw in the middle of our staff photo. So he looks like he works
there.
Yeah, he like fits right in.
But
that's so funny.
After he'd been drinking and stuff, like, he remembered everybody's name at the end of the night. Like, when we were all saying bye, he's like, bye. He went to all of us and said goodbye by our name.
Sure.
No
I swear to you, I've never. I was so surprised, but I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked because I really do enjoy his music. Like, he's an amazing artist.
He is,
and his, like,
very talented.
Oh my gosh, amazing! Like, I don't know,
he is amazing.
Crazy.
I think coming in this business, I think we all had a stigmatism that all these artists were, like, so big-headed and
stuck up,
and they're not.
Well, I think if they don't want to be, they can maintain their sense of self.
But I could see why some people will turn that way.
Oh God,
because
everybody's kissing your ass.
Exactly, and I'm not into that.
Me neither.
It's not even just that. Like, they probably feel like a lot of people screw them over.
You're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right. Or they have to question everybody's motives. Everybody's motives. So I can understand having a wall or something.
I got stories.
Oh,
I was
me.
in the back the whole entire time, like, doing, like, just running around helping people out. Whoever needed help, I was there.
Yeah.
And this girl, she's just standing at the door. It's just, like, standing there, and I'm like, who the hell is this chick?
Yeah.
And she's, like, taking pictures of each. That part was kind of normal because I know there's Snapchat, there's Instagram. She wants to probably show off to her friends that she's backstage.
Where was this?
At No Snowball. What was it, Boca?
Yeah,
in Boca.
Meisner,
yeah. So I was just like, what the freak? Who does that? Like, she just looked creepy.
And
like,
you
it
know who she was?
No idea who she was. And I'm like, who does she work for? Like, why is she here? Like, I don't understand.
What are you doing with your life?
Seriously.
Like, being creepy.
Yeah, so I could only imagine they probably have worse stuff, like people trying to, like,
all the time.
Well, I'm sure they got stalkers.
Well, you just heard. Did you hear the 911 call with Sandra Bullock?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's horrifying. She was at her house, and some guy who's been stalking her for a long time, he broke in, got into her house.
Gosh.
So luckily she has, like, a safe door in her closet, and her son wasn't home, but she gets into this closet and locks herself in. She calls 911, and she's terrified.
Why do people do that? Do they not understand people have feelings and they will get?
But
they're just deranged.
There's
they're
like it's like serial killers. Like, there's something, a chemical imbalance. There's
their sense of reality is completely off. Like, he even, like, at one point you hear her saying, "Oh my God, he's knocking on my door," like, on her bedroom. Like, terrifying.
No
yeah, these people are crazy. Can be really
Did
crazy.
they catch him?
Yeah, they did.
Thank
He's
God.
in fact, this happened a while back, a couple months ago or whatever, and the 911 call came out because he had his first hearing in court, and so they played it, and so it just came out the other day, and it's like, oh my God, I can't even imagine.
I couldn't either. Like, it's weird to me. Like, I always get people following me on Instagram or adding me on Facebook, or, like, listeners,
right,
that are always at certain events, and
yeah,
like, I understand, like, why they want to add me, because like, I get to know people that we're talking to that come up to the tent, but at the same time, like, I don't want you in my personal, like,
you don't really know them.
Yeah, like, it's Like, it's not to be mean. It's just sometimes you need a separate worlds, living two different lives.
So what is that a challenge for you that you guys see? Like, because now you guys are working in an industry that's very public, and wherever your careers go in that, you know, you're going to be part of that public scene. Yeah. Like, is that something you thought about, or?
It doesn't really scare me. Really.
It doesn't scare me. It's just knowing what to say and what not to say.
Exactly. We have to be more careful with our words.
Gotcha.
Our human relations skills
So
have to be
100%.
Yeah. Like,
no dildo talk during the contest. People filling out stuff.
What did you say? Dildo?
I said no dildo talk.
No. I mean, there's certain people that we probably joke around with that about. Like,
just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. I was like, did she really do that? Am I hearing stuff?
I'm like,
I went there.
Like, day-to-day, I'm like, she did that. This
Yeah, I did.
I'm just saying that. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
Don't deserve it.
Speaking of dildos, do you guys use it?
I mean,
are you really asking me that?
I don't think I could ever want to, like, I don't know, maybe because I'm
we really have this conversation.
Have you ever?
No, I don't feel the, like...
You never have?
No,
I've never had. I wouldn't mind doing it, but...
You never have either, right?
I like thought about it, and you know...
Virgo.
I mean...
Well, you're a Virgo, too, but I just can't see myself using it. It's just like, so... I want to feel somebody grabbing me. I need to feel passion. I do not want to just be like...
I hear ya. No, trust me, that is the better situation, but when that situation doesn't exist,
there's a means to an end.
Push comes to shove, huh?
It's a means to an end.
Literally and figuratively.
It's a means to an end.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess. I don't know. It's just like, I really would have to find somebody or something. Because I gotta feel you like grabbing on my legs.
Well, next time you're with somebody, have them use one on you, and then you'll see the glory of your best friend with batteries, okay?
We'll see. One day. Just to test it out.
I mean, she's a baby still.
I know. I keep forgetting.
I know, but she doesn't like seem like it.
No.
Because me and my mom were like really open.
Yeah.
She wants to know about stuff like that. And like one day I told her, I was like, oh, this guy ate me out.
No, you did it! Oh my god, what did she say?
I can't talk about my mom. That's awkward.
It's not awkward for me. It's like we're like friends, but we're not friends because I know my boundaries. So
yeah.
It's like,
is she a young mom or is she?
Yeah, she's pretty young. She's like what? She's about to turn 40, I think. She's like 39.
Really?
Yeah.
She's how old?
She's like 39 right now, maybe.
But she's a young mom.
She's only a few years older than me. Oh my god. That moment when you realize how old you are.
Jenny, I told you, you're only 25.
Just happen. Okay.
Only 25.
Forever and ever and ever.
I'm gonna be 25 forever.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
I feel it's a good age. You can rent cars. You're officially an adult. That's like the last thing. Like,
it's true, right? The last milestone.
The last milestone.
No. Technically, the last milestone would be able to run for president. I think it'd be 30, right?
Yeah, I don't really want to do that. So that milestone can stay where it's at.
Uninterested.
Hey, he's a girl president.
What do you guys want to do? Where do you see you guys going?
I can see myself posting stuff. Eventually being like a radio personality, maybe. We'll see. Like, I'm not forcing it.
Yeah.
I feel like life.
You're exploring.
Exactly.
And open.
Yeah, I'm very open. I don't think you should ever shun anything out because you don't know what's exactly for you. I'm still growing.
What was it about broadcasting that made you interested?
I am very, very talkative, and I love listening. So like I like hearing stories. Like honestly, like even though like sometimes, for example, like because a lot of weird people do come up to me. Like I feel like. Well, it's probably for everybody. I feel like I attract weird ass people.
I do. I'm a magnet for them.
Yeah.
But her magnet is stronger than these.
Yeah. Because it's funny because like people like will look at me and be like, "Are you okay? Like, what just happened?" Like, and I'm not in my head. I'm not thinking anything of it. Like, I really like genuinely. I'm like trying to help them out, even though I know they're nuts. I'm still gonna hear them out. Yeah. And I'm actually like retaining what they're saying.
We get a lot of that though. Like, but I'm always happy to work with her because she's more a magnet than I am. So I just walk away.
Oh my god.
Most people do, and I'm like, okay, great, thanks.
I do it all the time. Like, but see, I have an uncle who's mentally disabled, so I know, like, I have to have that conversation all the time. So it's like, I don't have to have it. Deuces.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to be like Oprah or Chelsea Handler.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm more of a Chelsea Handler, but I want to do the kind of things that Oprah's done, and I want to make every day like Christmas to people that I'm helping, and I want to make everybody feel beautiful in their own skin. I think that's probably why I've leaned a lot towards photography.
I was gonna ask.
But I never planned on doing that. That's something I stumbled into.
Photography?
Yeah.
I think you're great at it.
You are really good at it.
Thank you.
You are really, really good.
You.
And I like that, at least I don't know if you have any other interests as far as different types of mediums, but the fact that you take really great pictures of people. You're really good at it.
Well, thank you. And I've never, like I said, I've never pictured myself doing that. When I was going to college, I had to keep a blog up, and I was taking photos for my blog because we're learning to be a journalist nowadays. They have to teach you to do everything, write, edit, take your own photos, do all this stuff and interviews, and you do everything on your own nowadays.
Yeah.
And when I was keeping up my blog, everybody was liking my pictures, and I got jobs from there. So I just kind of stumbled into it. And now, everybody, sometimes, I hate it a little bit because everybody's trying to force me to be a photographer. And, with me, you can't force me to do anything.
Well, it's funny that you say that because the last guest was Scotty Fusion, who does amazing photography, too. And he said something similar. He's like, I don't know if I'd really want to do it for a living because he's like, I don't, having to do it kind of takes the fun out of it.
It does. And, it's weird because, I still want to pursue broadcasting and entertainment and stuff like that. That's more of a stress reliever. So even though I'm making some money off of it, it hasn't become a job yet. That's why I think I don't do too many event photos outside of work. The station, I try to I won't do weddings because I've done one wedding and that was the worst experience of my life.
Well, why was it so bad?
Just because the groom's family was just I could just tell that they were all upset that day. Something was going on, and
that's not a good thing to walk into.
It really isn't.
Half the people there are upset about something.
And I know they weren't upset about the wedding. They were all running late and stuff like that, and they were all strung out. So when I'm trying to take the pictures, they were yelling at me the entire time, and it's not because my friend was the bride. It's the only reason why I did it, and she just kept apologizing. It's not your fault, but it's a life lesson learned. If you're going to be a photographer at a wedding, you need a whole team of people, and it's just me doing it. And it's really, I don't charge that much, so it's not really worth the money for me to do it until, if I ever start a studio or whatever. Which I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, I think right now it might be the best move for you is to just, it's just kind of keeping it a side hobby for now, is just build up your portfolio specifically on the things you want to do, the type of work you want to get and attract, and that's what you're going to have out there, so that's what people are going to see and be like, oh, okay, she can do that.
Yeah. No, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I create these fun little photo shoots because I love taking portraits of people. I love capturing people's eyes, and I love taking a photo and then editing it and giving it back to the person and them realizing how beautiful they look, and that to me, that's more of why I do it.
Gotcha.
So
you have such a sweet side.
Yes, she does.
I mean, one of the very first things you told me was a warning about what a bitch you are.
I know I'm not a nice person. I'm really not. And most people don't admit it. I do have a nice side, but if you get on, I tell people up front, because a lot of people get on my bad side. So I'm always up front, I'm going to let you know right now, I am not a nice person. So it saves me from having to.
It's a nice little warning. I'll tell you. I had nowhere else. You had nowhere else to go in my eyes but up. Actually, no. Honestly, when you said that, I was like, okay, I like her. I like her.
You said it out loud.
Did I?
Yeah,
I probably did.
You're like, I like you.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Sometimes I feel like it scares people off away from me, but. I'm a true believer in honesty is the best policy. So I'm gonna lay all my cards out for you. I'm not a nice person. I'm gonna tell you how things are. I'm a very sarcastic person, and people they take that as being a bitch. So whatevs. YOLO. FOMO.
What's FOMO? I'm not.
Fear of missing out. I don't know how that applies. I'm trying to think of stupid hashtag type thing. You never heard of FOMO? No. Fear of missing out?
Too bad people cannot see my face right now. That's what I'm giving you.
It's priceless. For the record, it's priceless.
I'm sure it is.
Oh my gosh.
So many wrinkles for all the faces they make.
So what's it like having a schedule that's so different from probably most of your friends and your family?
I like it a lot.
Yeah. What are your hours? I know your hours are all over the place.
It varies. It does.
Really is all over
because certain events, no snowball or rib roundup, those are 17-hour days, depending on what event it is. Some big events we have, we're out there all day, or it's few days of 17-hour days.
Yeah.
Like we have our big event, our Kids World coming up, and there's a day of setup, and then the 2 days of full events, and then there's a breakdown day.
Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned Rib Roundup. I was there until like 2 a.m. And then it freaking, it was a time change.
Oh, yeah.
So then it was like, as soon as 2, it became 3. So I was like, damn. Like,
wow, I'm really lit up.
Yeah, I turned up. Woo!
It's official.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like
it
was funny. It's fun.
That's funny.
It's fun, but I've noticed now, if I'm hanging out with friends, if they want to go out, I don't go out anymore. I rarely drink anymore. Just because
you do it so much in your...
Well, I don't drink while I'm working.
Well, no, but I mean, you're in those environments so much.
I'm in those environments. I don't want to do anything. And half the time, I just want to chill. I love, now, because while I was in school, I missed out on so much of TV. I'm just binge watching everything on Netflix now.
What do you like to watch?
Criminal Minds is my favorite show, so I've been catching up on the crap I've missed there. Pretty Little Liars.
Okay.
I've been getting into Bates Motel.
Little Liars gets on my nerves. I'm like, what's going on?
Who the hell is that?
Yes, I can't do it. I cannot. What are you going to tell me who A is? Damn it. I can't do it no more. I really can't. I have a short fuse. I cannot do it.
I've never seen the show, so I can't relate to the frustration.
I love mysteries. I don't know why. And Criminal Minds, I love it. Plus Shamar Moore, it's great.
Oh,
sexy as hell.
Yes, yeah. But I don't know. I guess growing up with the uncle who's mentally disabled, I've always been curious about mental issues. And,
yeah.
And it leads on a serial killer's mind. So I've always, I don't know. I'm so attracted to that show. Nobody can speak while that show is on.
Wow.
Can't even breathe.
But how about you? What are you into? TV wise or otherwise? Just in general, what do you really love?
I really like the beach.
Yeah.
I'm more outdoorsy. Honestly,
wow.
Every chance
for a girl who's so styled,
I know people won't believe it. No, but seriously, I'm more outdoorsy. I'm the type that will go out in the forest.
What?
Yeah, but I living in Maryland. I didn't really have a chance to. Well, I probably did if I went and found out. You know, if there was some place where I could do that. But other than that, I honestly, my friends were more of a partying type. They didn't want to venture out and explore. Yeah, I am that person. I already knew I was, but
interesting. I'm surprised that you had friends who weren't more outgoing because you're very outgoing.
They're not. They're not. They're really not. They do the same things all the time. So it's
well,
more fun than that.
Sometimes. She's my booby.
If you guys could have any dream, what would be your dream job? I know you're talking about doing stuff like Oprah. If you could.
That is my dream job. It would be like Chelsea Handler. That's to do that and be at that point. And
do you know what that is yet, Dejane?
What my dream is?
Yeah.
Well, I want to do a lot of stuff because I was in high school. I was in Kensington Services. They had sneakers and they had pearls. Sneakers was more the young girls, what are other kids worried about? We were the teen advocates. You wouldn't imagine me doing stuff like that.
I
can actually. Yeah, I can totally. I totally can.
Yeah, and then pearls was for girls that were pregnant and underage. 15, 16, stuff like that. We did a lot of work with that. We made a survey. I was actually in the newspaper called the Gazette in Maryland, and it was just really fun. I'm all about
helping people.
Exactly. And then what we mainly focused on were
we really are.
Yeah, we are. We're finding each other out more and more.
Just as sweet, just different colors.
Anyway, I should have recorded that.
What do you think we've been doing?
No, but I want the footage. And I want to post that shit on Instagram.
Too late. Too bad so
yesterday with Rebecca.
Oh yeah.
What happened
Sounds
yesterday?
Fun.
Well,
what?
So last night, So last night, our boss came out and a few other people from work came out and to Dirty because we're always at Dirty every Friday night. And best friend Crystal came and we were sitting there talking and there was one of the promo assistants brought her roommate who is single or whatever, and they were trying to hook him up. Mm-hmm. So Crystal looks at me, you guys would be cute together, pointing at me, and I'm like, oh, well, he's not really my type. Mm-hmm. And she's like, what do you mean he's not your type? I'm like, look, girl, I like some black men. And she's like, that is so gangsta. Like, she was like nodding her head. Like, she went on for 5 minutes how gangsta that was.
Crystal.
So, she went and told Beth about it. She's like, you know, she likes black guys. And she's like, yeah, Estelle likes those big, black men that can just have their way up with her. Like, the big So, she's like the guy that put him on his dick and just spin her around like a helicopter. And the best part, her assistant goes, that sounds like fun.
Oh my God, Rebecca, right? And did she just get married?
Yes.
So you know she's gonna try
Rebecca. Oh my God.
But to me, like, the funniest part about it was Rebecca, because Rebecca, to me, like, I adore her, but she has like this high voice, and she's not like a child.
Innocent, like,
it's like innocent too.
Very
like she's very like
innocent.
naive and innocent.
Yes.
But she always takes me by surprise. She's like, that sounds like
I
fun.
would never expect it. You don't understand how long we were laughing. Like, I almost died and
I was
passed out.
crying.
You mean like when someone across the table for you randomly drops the word dildos? Like that?
Something like that.
Although I think we laughed harder at Rebecca.
Yeah.
Like, I had to like bend over because I could not breathe.
Oh my God. Yeah, I
It
wish
was
I'd
bad.
seen that. Did you capture that?
No.
But now I know she's freaked out.
You're not on your game,
now I
man.
know that she's freaked out and she's not innocent anymore. And then we found out that she was a Pisces.
You found out what?
She was a Pisces.
The Pisces. Pisces are signs.
Oh. What? Okay, I don't understand the relevance.
I feel like Erykah Badu is like, you know, she's really kumbaya, and I feel like she's kind of like freaky. So that's what I think of Rebecca now. I ain't putting her business out.
Gotcha. No,
I just think she's freaky. Everybody's
we'll
freaky.
Totally
I'm freaky. Look what we're talking about.
Totally edit all this out.
But it's we're always talking about signs.
Everybody's freaky.
No,
everybody is.
Yeah.
Everybody is. And if you're not, you're lying.
Yeah, you're really.
I have no idea what
I'm
you're
just a
talking
little
about.
bit secretive. Exactly. That's
Right.
You're just more, I don't know, like, because we always talk about signs and like how they define people a little bit. So that's why we keep bringing up she's a Pisces, she's a Pisces. Like, I won't mess with typical male Capricorns. Like,
No.
I
don't really know anything about that stuff. You like what?
I like Capricorns.
See, I don't, but I think it's
Your eyes just got all cute. Like, yeah, get me some of that Capricorn.
Look at Will Smith and Jada. Virgo, Capricorn.
But see, they are like good signs for each other. But I don't know. I guess my ex-boyfriend being a Capricorn, like it
turned you off.
Oh yeah, majorly. Like he was I mean, granted, I probably caused some of the issues, but he didn't have to react the way that he did.
Right.
And so, like, and to me, like, he never thought he was wrong. Like,
That's
always right, always right. Like, sometimes I feel like he made himself believe what he was saying.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and we work with somebody like that. Like I'm totally turned off by male Capricorns just because of that.
Is the person you work with also Capricorn? Do you know?
Yes.
Oh.
That was funny. It was funny because we asked them when their birthday was, and
but it depends on how you're brought up too. So.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But he's like Capricorn. We both just looked at each other and started laughing because we called it.
Yeah.
Actually, I called it. I'm like, I bet you they're a Capricorn. I bet you.
I always wanted to talk. I need to talk with someone who's into like all the signs or someone who's into tarot cards and all that stuff, because I really want to like
I want to study it
pick
too,
the brain of the person
I
who's into
have
that.
tarot
I've
cards
never
and I've like played with them, but I'm
I
not
have
really good.
somewhere in the recesses of my apartment, but I've never learned them. I don't know anything about them. So
it's all based off energy. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, as we're wrapping up, is there anything else you guys want to share on the podcast?
I'd like to share my titties.
Go for it!
Oh,
damn, it's only audio. Son of a bitch.
Man.
They are amazing. Y'all just missed it.
That was a lie.
I don't lie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Maury found out that was a lie. Just saying. Maury found out.
That was a lie. So, yeah, I mean, so you guys are going to Harborside tonight. What else is coming up fun for you guys that you guys are going to be into?
Our Kids World.
Yeah.
What is that?
Close.
That is April 25th and 26th.
Okay, I'm probably going to be there with Jordan.
Probably.
Because he is all about Spider-Man. And I don't know if you ever saw the sorry?
He will be.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the video. I made a video from him from last year because I didn't tell him Spider-Man was going to be there. And so he was so surprised and excited that he made me then go back and see Spider-Man 3 more times.
Oh my God.
So hilarious
I
video.
remember meeting him there.
Yeah, that's right. That's
She's
right.
like,
Thank
yeah,
you.
we have to go back to Spider-Man.
Again. So worth it though.
Adorable.
So, well, thank you guys so much for being on the podcast. It was so great talking to you and learning more about you guys. Y'all are awesome. I mean, I knew you were awesome, but for real, you are. You are. So, high fives all around. Yay! You guys want to sign off the podcast and can say, I don't know if you want how you want to do it, because usually you just have one person, but saying, you know, this is Dejane and this, however you want to say, just say, this is
name.
Blank and blank with Curve the Cube. However you want to say it. Yeah.
I'm Estelle.
And this is Dejane.
And this is, thank you for listening to us on Curve the Cube.
Curve the Cube!
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Y'all are awesome.
We know. We're fab.
Totally fab.
We're so fab.
So fab.
You have successfully curved the cube.